my dudes, and welcome to another video. I posted a Q&A box on my Instagram story, and so we're just gonna get straight right into it. I'm gonna answer your questions. I also have a few requests from TikTok as well. I want to cut, but I don't know if we'd see any tips. All right, so whether you are bulking or cutting, it doesn't really change what food types you eat. It has to do with creating a deficit to what you're currently eating. So once you have a baseline on what you're currently maintaining on, I would start making adjustments of creating a calorie deficit, either from decreasing carbs, fats, or combination. The only thing you don't want to change is protein. Your protein intake you want to keep pretty stable, maybe a little bit higher, especially when you're doing a fat loss phase, just so it can help you maintain lean tissue a little bit more. Having a little bit of a higher protein diet when cutting, as well as keeping the same intensity in your training, is going to be huge as far as maintaining your lean muscle tissue during your cutting phase. So overall, build your baseline diet, making sure you're eating enough fats, enough protein, enough carbs, as much as you can from whole food sources, and then just make adjustments to decreasing the amount of food when you're cutting. How long did I see results on my upper body? Love your patience. So upper body wise, at least for me, results come pretty quickly. I would say probably shoulders were a bit slower for me to develop, but also my categories that I'm trying to do in bodybuilding don't require a lot of muscle mass in my upper body, and I actually have to be careful. So especially now, currently, I'm not even training it that much, which saddens me because I do love upper body, probably more than lower body. But I do have to be careful not to cross that line, because I would say that for me, if I really get consistent with my upper body training, it's quicker for me to see results, especially because a lot of women have this common thing. I hold more body fat in my lower body than my upper body. So you can also see the results from an upper body muscle tone quicker than you can in your lower body, especially if I'm in my off season and I'm not as lean. With that being said, upper body wise, I would say like after the first 3-4 months, I started seeing differences, and then you keep improving over time. But you can start seeing some effects within those first 16 weeks or so. But again, muscle mass does take a long time to build, and don't get discouraged if you don't see it right away. Okay, this one says, my girlfriend only valued genetics. How can I make her believe it? Okay, to the smaller people in this world that want to grow muscle and want to put on muscle tissue, it was very important to me to show my journey, because I think general weight loss transformations are very common, but there's not a lot of people that go the opposite way, or at least they don't show it so much. So it was very important for me to be able to show that to you guys, so you know that, hey, it's possible, and there's other people that do that out there. Sometimes we get very caught up in the whole genetics thing, and genetics does play a big role, but you don't know what your genetics is if you haven't done things to express them yet. So again, my transformation was, up to now at least, was 4 years, right? It took a long time. And I would say I did mistakes, I didn't do it all correctly. I had other things going on health-wise, right? So for you, it could be faster, take a little bit longer time. It depends, right? But overall, you don't know what your genetics are. You don't know where you can be. But the thing is that most people give up right where they need to keep going. So as I always say, focus on the lifestyle, build the habits, stick with them, and the results will follow. If you focus on the lifestyle, the results will follow. But that's the most important thing, because nothing will happen in just a few weeks of time, or if it will, they won't stay. The things that get you the results are the things that also will keep you the results. So remember that always. Okay, this one I believe is in Spanish. I could be wrong, but I believe he's just saying share my training. So right now, currently, my lower body volume is quite high. I did have to reduce it because of my knee injury. I am actually getting an MRI next week. Hopefully that can get straight, but I am currently training lower body between 3 and 4 times a week, actually. It's my primary focus right now that I want to build for the wellness category. What I would say is it's a lot based around the compound movements, right? I have a lot of lunges, leg presses, squat patterns, hip thrusts, RDLs, deadlifts. There are accessory movements in there, but I would say overall, focus on those bigger compound movements in your training. Don't be afraid to go heavy, and you will see results. Increase the frequency. Instead of training it 1 time a week, train it 2-3 times a week. Maybe separate quads from a hamstring day. And then for the ladies, I know you always want to work your glutes, add some accessory glute work in, but those bigger movements are going to build a foundational portion of the glute muscle, right? It's a large muscle, right? If you're only doing glute and band work, you're working, those kind of small, more intricate muscles of the glute. But if you want to add actual lot of mass, you need to lift heavier. And some leg growth is going to be required for that. And it's going to enhance the look in general. So don't be afraid of it. One of these days, I'll figure out, I need to bring somebody to the gym that could film me, and also go to the gym that allows filming, because I do go to a commercial gym, but I would love to film a workout day, a full one, and it can be, I can actually instruct you on things and give you some more information on technique, training, intensity, and things like that. I think that will be really cool, but I want it to be done in a really good way. So hold on me a little bit for that. I still have to figure out how I'm going to do it, but stay tuned. How old are you? I am 24. Oh my gosh, you guys, so much love, so many hearts. How can I be so beautiful? Thank you so much. You guys are super nice to me. This person says that he did steroid cycle, but he faced stretch marks. Did I experience something like that? I wouldn't be too embarrassed about it. Probably most people don't even notice it on you. And it's quite, small cosmetic effect. It's a little bit genetic too, with your skin quality, how easy it stretches, adapts, and all that. I don't know also how much you pushed food, how much weight you gained, but I would say taking care of your skin, hydrating it, moisturizing. I know this sounds a little lame, but that can all help. Maybe look into lasers. I know sometimes those can help with stretch marks. Where am I from? I'm from Greece. You guys that are probably OGs, you've probably said it so many times, but I was born and raised there, moved to the States when I was 18. All right, this girl, she actually DM'd me because her question couldn't fit. So I told her that I would answer here because I think it will help a lot of people. So she says that she started wanting to go into bodybuilding. She's bulking, but now she's kind of struggled after gaining some weight, and she's eating in a deficit again. Have I struggled with that? So what I would say to this is, just like when losing weight, you're gonna probably have periods of time that you're going to feel hungry. At the same time, when you're gaining weight, there's probably going to be times that you're not going to have an appetite. You're going to feel very full. You're not going to want to eat. And with that, that's why it's so important, especially if you're doing it on your own, to track what you eat, have some sort of baseline, so you can be like, okay, 100% this is what I'm doing. This is the plan. This is what I do. This is what I'm sticking to it. It sounds a little robotic. It sounds a little bit like, oh, this is what I have to do, so I do it. But it really does kind of have to do it. If this is your goal, you have your plan set out, you gotta do it. Now, when it comes to eating in a surplus, not being late in your meals is gonna help, okay? If you get late in your meals and you're bunching a ton of food on a very short hour window, it's going to be harder to consume that. So don't miss your alarm clock. Get up in the morning, eat your meals, try as much as you can between every 3 hours or so. Eat your meals, have more meals in the day, increase the number. Maybe instead of 4 meals, have 6 meals, right? If that makes it easier for you. You can't intuitively do it, because intuitively, if you're full, you're full. If your body usually, when everything is working correctly, hormonally stable, everything like that, your body wants to maintain where you are, right? So anything out of it's require maintenance from a intuitive cues that your body is signaling. It's not gonna want you to do that. So when you're trying to impose a new change to your body, having something that you can stay accountable and track it, you're not going to be able to base it based on just biofeedback from your body's cues. So you need your external data, see what you're doing. Is your body weight going up? How much food are you eating? Is it stable? Let's increase, right? So yes, I have struggled with not having appetite, and I have struggled with the feeling full, but your body does adapt over time. It does become easier. I mean, my appetite personally increased a lot. I don't find it as hard to eat as much food anymore. But even with me, that I'm used to it, and I'm more conditioned to changes in my diet. Anytime that even my coach, right, he puts more food into my diet or changes my meal plan, we're going to bulk. Initially, even if it's something that I've done before, I've eaten more before, initially it feels like, wow, this is a lot of food. But it does get easier over time. So again, have a plan and stick to it like it's your job. All right, this one is another one, I believe, in Spanish. And it's asking what supplements helped in my process. So supplements, honestly, you guys, you don't need them, right? It really comes down to food and training. Now, if from a just preference standpoint, or it's easier for you to get in your protein this way, protein powder is amazing. I personally like it because I have a sweet tooth, and it really curbs my cravings when it comes to that, and I just enjoy it. Also, when I'm walking, it just makes it easier It doesn't feel as heavy in the stomach. It makes it easier to eat. So protein powder can be a great addition, and it's also cheaper per serving than buying meat. And it's a pretty high quality protein. So again, overall, protein powder can be a great option for many, many reasons. Then creatine, I would 100% take creatine monohydrate. If it's something that you want to add, you have money, you have extra money on the side, and you want to add it in, I would add creatine monohydrate. It's great for performance. All these stuff in my supplements. If you guys want anything, my sponsor, Nutrix Research, you can use code DAF, 30% off you get on your full order. And guys, if you do use my codes, please screenshot and DM me so I can thank you, because it really does help support me so much. You have no idea. Now, any other supplements, I would say just general health supplements. I would say vitamin D for most people. You know, we're not getting enough sunlight as we need. Vitamin D is a great supplement to have in, and omega-3s, a good quality fish oil. If you can do krill oil, or you know you're getting a good quality one that at least has like 1 gram of EPA's DHA inside, I think is a great supplement to have just for overall health, and I can recommend to most people. Everything else, it's really by individual and depending on your blood work and things like that, but you probably need less than what you think. Food, having a good diet, getting sunlight, sleeping enough, getting your training, that's gonna be your big money makers right there. Okay, this question I really like. Throughout my journey, what part of the process did it make me fall in love with it more? For me, the gym and bodybuilding in general, right, was something that helped me navigate my life in a lot more ways. It was way beyond, you know, just I wanted to look good in the mirror. And what helped me the most out of anything was the fact that I knew that I had the capability, that it was all in my control, right? That no matter how bad my day was, no matter what my circumstances are, no matter how much money I was making, no matter, you know, if I had a good day, bad day, no matter what that be, that I could go to the gym, and that if I put the work in, I, in that moment, could better myself at whatever degree. And that, to me, was so powerful and so amazing that literally it did change my life. And I still feel like that. For me, it's so empowering that I know that I can do that. So nobody can take that away from you, and it's all up to you. So that's, I guess, what made me fall in love with it. And then the impact that it could have on other people, sharing my story in the platform. I mean, now I'm a coach too. So beyond that, I not only get to, you know, do it for myself, but I'm also helping other people do that. And that's just beautiful and amazing in itself. If you guys want coaching, I am opening up my coaching applications again. I've opened them up. So I'm looking to take on at least 5 more people. If you guys want to make a change, you know, summer's coming, or, you know, if there's a photo shoot, if it's just a personal reason, if you guys want to build muscle, if you guys want to compete, your first-time competitors, check out the application and we can get on a call and make sure we're the right fit and get you started. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to end my questions here. Again, I'm truly grateful that I can reach you guys and that it's giving you hope, and it's kind of, you know, giving you that extra little push to kind of get back to your goals. So, you know, anything you want, you can achieve if you put your heart to it. And as always, keep lifting and win the day. Mwah.